Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Shikar. What? This is the effect that this game has on y'all?
I have had a dream about sunflower.
Oh,
What
kind of dream?
We're not
Read
gonna
the
go
fan
into that.
fiction.
It was nice. We went
Did you
on a
play
walk
chess?
in the park. We went on a walk in the park.
That's an interesting euphemism.
Yeah,
That's really cute.
it was.
Adorable.
She's nice in my dreams too.
She's nice in the game.
Yeah, but I didn't get hit with a bottle in my dream. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, dating a barbarian is, I don't know.
Sometimes you get hit with a bottle.
You did show up late to your date, so
To save a child.
he doesn't know that.
She didn't know
I
that.
told-
She didn't know
Yeah,
that.
we could have had that talk. Like
I get. Obviously, I forgave her because we're dating now.
She just started raging. You know?
That's true.
Imagine
Oh,
what that
happens.
household was like with all those small multiracial kids. Like, you gotta assume there was some crazy fights over things like breakfast.
You mean like any other Brown family?
Yeah,
No,
except like with
considering-
barbarians and magic, right? So she'd probably
that
over
still
here
tracks
tripping
for
over
me.
a table, tiefling over
Getting
here
hit with a
throwing
sandal
spells.
is universally magical and painful.
My father still talks about my grandmother's plastic shoes and how much they hurt. And I'm going to open this story, which is a big inspiration for Shikar, with one of my father's childhood stories that he used to tell me, which is in some ways tells you why people say this campaign is so cozy. My dad was a huge mama's boy. But my bebe, like any elderly woman from a village in the Punjab, used to beat the crap out of her kids if they ever acted up or did anything stupid. One time, my dad was up on the roof because we have flat roofs in India. My dad was up on the roof and we got in trouble for some mischief, deservedly so, and heard my grandma storming through the courtyard. He said he was so terrified of her that he jumped down from the roof because he was more willing to do that than face her sandal.
Wow.
When he jumped down, he landed in these like very thorny bushes that we have over there. The thorn was this big and went directly into his foot, and he has the scar of it to this day.
Oh no.
And he says he was so terrified of my grandma with that thorn in his foot, he ran like 2 miles on a dirt road.
Oh. Okay. They're
He didn't even register that pain. That's how afraid of her he was. That he landed on this thorn, didn't even realize he did, and just ran barefoot through the dirt roads of the village as fast as he could. When he finally stopped an hour later, that's when he was like, oh wow, my foot is impaled.
Oh my God. That's one way to get out of trouble, because then you have a whole new problem to deal with.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that story. I think of that story sometimes when I think about Shikar, because it feels like a D&D story to me.
Mm-hmm.
It feels
Just one
like a
natural one after another.
Yeah, like I
Oh,
don't think my dad knows, but that's like some monk shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
It's like, what child would jump off a roof and run because they're afraid of their mom? A D&D character.
Yeah.
I could see Lulu. I think Lulu is
yeah.
the most reflective of a crazy Punjabi kid from a village. My cousins, when I moved there from America, used to terrify me because like they were willing to do anything except face their parents angry. Like they, you know, that was the one line that they were like, nope, this is the one thing we cannot do. They would point bottle rockets at each other. Just so if Lulu ever seems chaotic, it's because she is the epitome of a Punjabi village kid that has no idea of consequence and would totally eldritch blast a bottle rocket at one of her siblings.
her eldest blasts are just bottle rockets.
Yeah. Just doesn't even think about it, doesn't even register. Yeah, that's our opening story of Shikar tonight. I don't know if my dad's watching. If you are, thank you for that story and the countless others. They've inspired me as a writer because I think that stuff is it's just such a universal experience to be that terrified of your mom.
Sure.
You know, that's such a
being in trouble. Yeah.
If I were to be like, if I were to go talk to your 7-year-old self and be like, would you rather try to make this acrobatics check,
Right,
or face down your enraged mother? Which one would you do? Be like, I'm rolling those dice.
right.
I think my acrobatics was higher as a kid, so definitely.
Yes, Balvin.
What?
Oh, you just
What?
look extra crystal clear today.
That's true.
I look crystal. I look crystal clear today. It's just the lighting. So
Oh.
it is.
Nah, homie, looking crisp.
No, what I was
new
gonna say
camera?
was, no, it's the same camera. It's just
The Elgato
Yeah.
face cam.
no, it's not it's an Elgato Cam Link.
Ah.
It's better lighting. It's best off better lighting.
Is that with an
Now
Elgato
it's-
key light?
It is with 2 Elgato key lights. Actually,
I also have an
Yes.
Elgato key light.
Same here.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
I actually have an Elgato ring light.
Oh wow. Gotta
Wow.
be different. Always
Yeah.
Gotta be different.
Is
That's
this
true,
a
that's
tease
true.
at an upcoming partnership? Who's to say?
Who
Who's to
knows?
say?
I don't know what to say through my Elgato microphone
Mhm, the Wave 3 from Elgato.
in my Elgato face cam. I don't know what to say.
Oh my
The
gosh.
cat.
Okay. Sorry, I had to recalibrate because y'all make me laugh so much. I also just had this sudden thing with both of y'all having your green screens up today to do.
You can
That-
put anything. Oh,
Oh,
how did I get
Oh.
here?
Mariah's a top now.
I didn't move.
Scorpio's in the right place.
Hey, it's been so long.
I'm versatile.
Oh yeah, I believe you.
It's not even June yet.
Not even.
I
Listen,
feel
tried all
crazy
year
'cause
long.
I'm like
Mhm.
wielding around this box cutter. It's not because I'm dangerous. It's because I was opening boxes and I've just been absentmindedly
Careful.
gesturing
Yeah,
with
don't
it.
stab yourself.
You're gonna hurt. You're only yourself. or
know.
like.
This is how you roll nat ones, is when you wielding this around.
What the fuck? That's different. I didn't know that's what happened. I'm gonna start looking for box cutters whenever I start rolling badly.
Well, all right. Why in my notes does it say Balvin's not a wrestling fan, also hasn't played Kingdom Hearts?
Because you were trying to shit on me.
Yeah, that was a little bit
Last-
from
last-
last
Why
time.
would I
love
put
the
that
show.
in my notes?
You prepped.
It's important.
You were trying to. I don't know. You wrote that down. I remember you out loud said you were writing this down. I don't know. I didn't know you literally wrote it, but yeah, you did put that in your notes.
I remember that bit and us imitating each other from last week.
Hmm.
That's
I
crazy
think-
that I said I'd write it down and then I went on to write it down.
It's your conquest to cancel me or something.
Or a fulfillment of goals. You said you'd do a thing and you did it.
Yeah, then I can cross it out.
I still haven't watched the trailer. I need to
Ooh.
watch it.
Oh. But wait a second. Who's Balvin?
Who is
Oh.
Balvin?
Wait. Oh God. I don't know. Balvin is a Twitch streamer, content guy. I play Ajax. Half Fork Samurai. You good down there? Okay.
Balvin.
Oh.
No, no. He's disgusting. Half Fork Samurai fighter. Confused, trying to be a good friend. Very confused and very much trying to be a good friend. Also, speaking of rolling, shout out to Avery Corvus in chat. They gave me a gift at PAX East. This right
Ooh.
here.
Yo, this is so
Ooh.
good.
There we go.
That's cool.
Hey,
That's so
Chris-
smooth.
Yeah, big
Wow.
boy. The big boy.
Roll
Yeah,
it for
shout out
us.
to-
I want to hear it.
You want to hear?
I want to hear it. I want to hear how loud it
Let's
is.
hear that thud.
All right, I'll see if y'all can hear this.
That's gonna be a 17.
Mhm.
Come on.
Ooh, that's got some heft.
It was
Lay it
actually-
right out on the table.
It's actually a 19. Where's it at?
That's
Oh,
a 16.
I lost it. No, I lost it. Where's 19? There we go. There's 19. There's 19.
I
Focus.
was like,
It's not focusing because you lied about your roll.
Wait, no, it's not.
It's not.
A 19 or a 16? What's the difference?
Your camera
Three.
is not. Yeah.
It was 19. Okay, sure. There we go. I'll do it again. This time I got 12. That's why can't I have anything? You know what? Actually, who are you, Xander?
Oh, I'm Xander Jeanneret, playing Scorpio, a half-elf monk that remembers everything now. I remember everything now.
Completely.
That's
normal.
not getting any less worrying.
And there's nothing wrong with him, and he's had a great life.
Speaking of people who've had a great life, Valym.
Oh, hey, I'm Gabe. I play Valym, the half-elf druid, and I fed a raccoon today.
You had such a sad life, though. Tell us about that. Tell us how miserable your life used to be. Actually, no, save it for the episode.
Oh, Valym's life. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's messed up. Gabe's coasting. Valym is not good. One of his longest friends told him to kill him just in case stuff goes wrong, just like he had to do to his mom. So
We found
You
that
should
out.
see all the comments. There's so many comments where it's like, why is Valym like this? And now in the last YouTube video, everyone's like,
yeah, you feel bad, don't you? This is why he
fine.
liked this. He had to commit matricide, and he was asked to. And that wasn't his birth mom. What happened to them? Yeah, it's all fucked up. He's sad.
yeah.
Yeah, that was not his birth
Snake.
mom.
No.
that's everybody.
All fucked up like his birth mom is now.
All right. You know what? The game ain't start. So you get a pass on that one. But you better keep my snake
Mariah
mom's
doesn't
name
know
out
any
your
of this
mouth.
shit.
Oh
You
no.
better keep my snake mom's name out your mouth. Keep my snake.
You gonna
mom's
slap
name
slap me?
out your
You gonna
mouth.
slap me?
Yep.
I didn't know your mom's Taylor Swift. Sorry.
Valym Smith.
Grab my purse. They're acting.
Yeah. My
Lord.
pearls.
You grabbing your purse?
Yeah, they're acting up. Like,
Oh, you think they're
dear.
gonna steal your purse if they act
I
up?
don't know what they're gonna do over there.
We're
gonna
being
be
scary
ready
and
to
black
leave.
over here.
Oh, good Lord. Good Lord, lower your tone. This is a nice stream before they started to. Oh God.
Woo.
All right. Never mind.
Persephone.
What's
What? What about me?
Who are you and who do you
who are you? What are
play?
you doing?
Hi, I'm Persephone. I'm alive, unlike Valym's mom, and I am playing Mirayah, who is Aasimar sorcerer cleric whose god might be dead, and she's
Oh, yeah.
not doing great either.
Your mom's gonna be next. Keep talking.
My mom, which one? Both?
Oh
Yes, I wouldn't make them. I wouldn't leave one alone. That'd be rude.
Oh yeah,
can't-
kill them
lesbians.
both. What a nice
They
person.
cannot die.
Lesbians never die. They just
Lesbians
simply
don't die. They
cross
just
to a different plane.
Mhm.
This
Okay.
is a weird conversation.
I don't know. I'm all
With our
for
long run, the
the
clutch
religion of our lesbians.
No,
and
you're right
cheese.
to clutch your purse. I
Give me that
feel
purse.
bad for judging you for clutching your purse.
You know what? It's fine. Hug that purse like Liam can't hug his mom.
Oh my gosh.
See what I mean?
Why do you have such a thing against Valym's mom?
See what I mean?
I don't know.
That was a horribly traumatic experience.
Wow. It's because I can't say Mariah would never actually say this in game, but she doesn't know any of this shit. So
That makes it worse. That means Sephi's the asshole.
yep. I didn't claim to be anything else.
Be nice to me. Why are you
Say she would be nice.
ain't talking about Ajax's no having parents ass? Ain't say nothing about Scorpio's no having parents
I've
ass?
done nothing to anyone.
Neither did I.
Actually, Scorpio now has a dad. So
Jasmine, please start. I don't want to answer this question. I just want to play D&D.
oh no, it's the monk that trained him. That's who he thinks his dad is
Oh
now.
gosh.
All right. Hello and welcome to another episode of Shikar.
Wait, did we introduce Xander?
Yeah. I was
Yes.
ready.
Yeah.
He was before you.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
What
I
about
would
I
him?
got
never listen
distracted by the fact that your parents are dead. Anyway, let's go.
to-
Sorry.
No,
Who
you're
hurt
good, you're
you?
Everyone.
All right. Sorry, I was just making sure that I returned all these engagement rings I took from dudes that I didn't end up saying yes to.
It was only the one. The one. It's not like I pawned it off or anything.
Somebody's got to give it back to Safi. Somebody's got to give it back.
Well, that's
Listen, a
because
lot
only
of
one
people give it back
person
to Zach.
only one person was willing to propose. Let's keep going.
I deserve that so much.
Yeah, I know. You kind of did. You kind of did.
I definitely deserved it. I so deserved that.
Damn,
I gotta.
nice person. My mama raised me too well.
You find
Only
yourself
click H7.
in a quiet, dusty shop full of spell scrolls, meticulously organized from the floor to the 8-foot-tall roof. Thank you. Water.
From the window to the wall.
The window itself is a bit dusty, and the facade of the store is set up for pure function with very little attention given to the marketing or outward appearance of this place. You get the sense that it's almost like one of those storefronts in a warehouse district. This is a destination location. People who come here, knowing full and well what this place is, and if you walk past it, then you are not the target customer. Inside, you are faced with a very familiar dwarf. Well, to some of you. A one carpenter. A dwarf wizard with immaculate black mutton chops that are intricately braided, kind of ending somewhere around his collarbone. There are all kinds of ornaments kind of tied into the bottom of them, and a single kind of black line going down his chin, ending in an almost Celtic knot-esque rune on his throat. Squawking loudly on your shoulder, Valym, you notice his familiar, a bird named Erik, who in some ways has taken to you.
Oh, hello again, Erik. Erik is the best.
Hi. Erik is the best.
Yeah. Huh, you look good.
You do
well,
notice his large wings still have that lacquer on them that give them that oil sheen-esque multicolored vibe. Jewel tones reflect at different angles of light, and he looks almost like he's been dipped in liquid. He's so shiny. He preens meticulously.
Have you been using something new, something different? Your coat looks amazing.
Hi.
Hi.
Valym is the best. And he kind of like takes his beak, running it through your hair now. Preening. It doesn't feel pleasant.
It's okay. Erik's the best.
As you sit and ponder this strange preening ritual, you reflect back on the events of the day before. What came to pass?
Erik, you wouldn't believe. I opened Carpenter's bag.
Hole.
Yeah. What? You know about the hole? You know about the
hole.
Yeah. You know about the slip, Erik? There's a weird there's like a weird little pocket dimension inside of the bag, Erik. And if you get pulled into it, then you meet a bunch of other people who work for an organization that you can become a part of. And I was asked to do some sort of trial about past and present. I was able to circumvent the future because I am a resourceful individual and I bribed my way through. But so then I had to go meet an older tiefling who was like 23, but they had the body of like 100-year-old, 200-year-old, I think that was what they said. Who was the sibling of the bodyguard the bouncer that I met the first time the same time when I went in. God, Erik, I think I'm a little bit disoriented. That was a weird place.
Weird.
But so I had to go through the past.
Weird hole.
Yes, Eric, don't say that. Don't say that to people. They'll think you're calling their mouth weird, and mouths aren't weird. They're just
Weird.
yeah. Okay, that's true. But so I had to face my past in a sense, which was very uncomforting because they were talking about if I had the ability to change my past, would I? And I don't think I would because the past has made me who I am now. If I changed it, I wouldn't be who I am now. And I think I've started to like who I am now. So I don't want to lose that.
Quark. Valym is the best.
Eric, no, you're the best.
No. Valym is the best.
We are the best.
Erik is the best.
That's true. So then I had to go through a test of the present. I had to see friends of mine.
Hi. He looks around at the party.
I was they were checking to see if I would have killed any of them. Specifically Scorpio. I don't think I wouldn't.
I heard noise from somewhere.
There too.
Oh,
Nope.
that was it.
Okay, that's me. Hold on. I'll go close my window.
Oh.
I wouldn't
Persephi.
per se kill him. I would have liked to stopped what had happened, but now it's kind of just a solution that needs to be made. But also, it's not my responsibility. So like they can do whatever the hell they want, and I'm not responsible for anyone but myself. I can choose to help, but I'm not responsible. So then that little hellion Lulu showed up beforehand and was like, I want coke. I don't know how Lulu sounds. I want coconut shrimp, Valym. And I'm like, I just sit here while I do my test, please. She's like, okay. And then so I did my test, and I think her patron vouched for me or something, which might have consequences later, but that's whatever. The deal is made. And then we came out of the hole, and we were in a shop, and you had found everybody, which is incredible. And Lydia, my new assistant, who is a delight. Aren't her feathers beautiful?
Hi. You see him look over at Lydia. Quark.
Erik, Erik. Hi. Like, Erik, are you single? Are you seeking a partner at all?
Carpenter.
You are. You know what? Good for you. But if that doesn't work out, Lydia does appreciate intelligence. I would be glad to give you an introduction, honestly.
Hi.
Yeah. Oh, and then we were talking about going to a dungeon. Also, Ajax is acting weird. I think he's going through grief.
When you saying that Ajax is going through grief, you notice Erik hops down, waddles across the floor to Ajax, very painfully makes his way up your leg, kind of dragging himself with his beak and pulling up his legs behind him because he's a really weird bird.
It's my favorite person.
Gets up on your shoulder. And he just stares at you.
Hi.
Ajax, say hi. There you go.
Hi.
Erik is the best.
Erik is the best.
Ooh, why does this scare me a little bit for Ajax? Ajax, don't do anything threatening.
What?
Just kiss him.
He just kissed me on the lips or the cheek.
The lips.
Okay.
And then he takes his wing and he goes on your head.
Am I the reason Ajax has weird experiences with birds?
Thank you, Erik.
Erik is the best.
Yes, he is.
Erik, say Ajax is okay.
Ajax is the best.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Caw! Like directly in your mouth. It's like right in your face.
Caw.
Caw!
Caw.
Caw!
Caw.
Quark.
Quark.
Hi.
Hi. So, are we gonna address,
Like
you know? I'm letting him
At
do
this,
his
you see
thing.
Carpenter just kind of like shake his head and go, "Sorry, I think all the years alone in the other plane made him, I still love him. He's a little off, though."
He means well, I'm sure. I appreciate his camaraderie, I think. Thank you for letting us chill here for a little bit. Yeah, a lot's happened, Carpenter. A lot has happened. And I feel like they think I'm crazy for not accepting these things.
Well, I don't really like the word crazy.
I don't like a lot of things, but I think that's the best way to describe it.
Ridiculous.
Thanks,
Yeah.
buddy. They think I'm ridiculous.
Ludicrous.
They think I'm ludicrous.
Actually, Carpenter, we had a question. I at one point had a bit of a memory issue, but that's since been fixed. But I couldn't.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I couldn't quite remember that realm that you mentioned and the, well, deity that was inside. Our friend Mirayah here tends to worship the god of death, and it may be upsetting if they are no longer able to.
Oh. Well, my
What did you see
sincerest
there?
Apologies, Mirayah. That's very unfortunate. If it's any consolation, the reason I traveled to that realm was for my sort of final project. I was
was your final
attempting to resurrect this deity. Unfortunately, my magics weren't exactly potent enough to do it.
So the god's gone.
Well, yes and no.
If you were going to resurrect this god, it must have died, in that sense, quite some time ago. Mirayah, perhaps you weren't worshipping this god in the first place.
That could be. Bronze, what is the name of the god of death?
Glad you asked.
Also, was Valym going to cast a spell on Scorpio?
In secret?
I don't know.
Remember at the end of the episode, y'all sat down
Yeah.
together and were talking about something.
Yes, I was. Thank
Yeah.
you. Good memory.
Cool.
I was gonna cast Feign Death to put him to sleep. So
Yeah.
that the god of death. So, but no, so that to see if Whimsy would take over.
That's right.
Erik distracted me because he's cute.
Erik is the best.
Also, that was totally out of character. Mirayah doesn't know what you're going to do.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you said something, though, because I
Yeah,
forgot.
sorry.
Okay. So, you know that the god that you were previously worshiping, Talminza, was the god of death.
If Talminza is gone, then what's been giving me my powers? I've used them extensively, even beyond this realm.
Well, that's where things get a bit interesting. You see Carpenter kind of like start striding back and forth as he talks about this. From what I've come to learn about the nature of gods is that, well, they are more among us in a literal sense than in a metaphorical sense, I guess.
You can say that again.
And when we look at various prophets, powerful wizards, mages that have stood out in the annals of time, many of them are celestials. But it appears that in order to be a god, well, you must sort of have a place in the greater pantheon. Now, from my understanding, one can theoretically step into that role. So it's not inconceivable that after the god of death you were worshipping faded away, something else stepped into its place and you've been worshipping that instead. I mean, it's altogether... It could be done. I don't know if they're very good at their job, however, given that in the plane we were in, you know, life was sort of allowed to reign unchecked, and that could be a problem. Your friends can tell you more about that. That was a horrible realm.
It was terrible. There were nasty mosquito things in the water that Scorpio drink.
Yeah, don't drink the water.
We fought something big, really big, to a point where Valym threw me as a giant ape over a wall, and it was a lot. I barely remember what the thing looked like.
Yeah, that feels like a fever dream. So
it does, right? It does. It doesn't feel real, but it did happen. But
it have been really bad.
So if someone can just take the place of a previous one, but you were trying to resurrect the old one, what would happen if they both existed at the same time?
Good question.
Well, I suppose it would be a bit of a power struggle. I don't know. We'd have to talk to somebody that knows more than I do.
I think I do need to talk to someone, because if I'm not worshiping the same god, the reason that I worship death is because of the finality of it. It's the one thing that we can all be sure is going to happen. It's the one thing that is actually firm in the world that we can't touch or fully understand.
Well, from what I understand about religious magic, it's a give and take. Unlike, say, people like myself, who understand sort of the fundamental laws of how magic works and then how to manipulate them. It's a bit more scientific. But for clerics, paladins, people that derive their magic from a source of faith, it is a give and take. They need you as much as you need them. Without your faith, their power dwindles, and as they dwindle, so do you. Thus, many clerical orders have actually found themselves extinct over the years. It could be that perhaps there is some small vestige of power left in this deity, and you've been sort of keeping each other on life support.
I think I need a solid answer on this. Because if we're going to go down to the Warrens, what if my powers fail me when I'm down there? That means I can't heal any of you. I know Valym has healing ability, but
I might know someone we can ask.
Oh,
although it's probably going to be the most uncomfortable for you, Scorpio.
Oh.
Who are you talking about?
Whimsy.
You think that thing inside of me has answers here?
Or it'll at least know how to get the answers. And to be honest, I want to test how much control Whimsy has over you.
None. I'm fully in control.
I'm sorry, Scorpio, but not a single one of us believes that.
What do you want me to do? I've never tried to summon them outside.
Before we go on down that path, I want to be very clear. There are others that we could talk to other than Whimsy. There's the sect down by the town that we were just at. I can't remember the move. And there's the stacks, where the actual order is. We don't necessarily need to go Whimsy for this answer, so...
It's not just, well, I don't expect Whimsy to be right. I just expect them to have one side of the puzzle. The others might give us an idealized concept of what to do and how to do it.
Because if the god has been dead for a while now, we assume, I doubt you're the first one to ask this question.
I might be, if anyone hasn't noticed that their powers have changed at all. Mine haven't, as far as I know. And I could try to commune with the whatever's there, whatever's left at the temple.
Technically, they wouldn't have changed if it was so long ago. That would have just been how they were from the start.
Do we know how long ago it was, though?
Carpenter was there for quite some time.
If it calcified, that takes time.
If that's the case, Whimsy might be the only one that knows, being how old they are.
I mean, there's also your deity, isn't there? I just worry about bringing Whimsy forward.
Well, we can end it. This is just to put Scorpio's mind to sleep. And I can wake him up at any time.
Anytime, right? You could wake me up.
I can wake you up at any time.
Okay, if it will help.
Are we doing this here?
I don't think there's a safer place to
Especially
do it,
with
to be honest.
Carpenter.
Carpenter, Erik, inside of a home, safely away from others, without drawing much of a crowd.
Just be quick, okay?
As you say this, you see Carpenter go lock the front door and like kind of draw the blinds. Put the closed sign up.
So I take Scorpio's hands and I'm going to cast Feign Death. You touch a willing creature and put it into a cataleptic state that is indistinguishable from death. So it is a like trance with a loss of sensation and consciousness. The body goes a bit rigid. So for the spell's duration, so up to an hour, or until you use an action to dismiss the spell, it appears dead to all outward inspection. It is blinded and incapacitated. Speed drops to 0. It has resistance to all damage except psychic. And the goal is to put Scorpio's consciousness to sleep to try to see if Whimsy's will come to the surface.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
All right. Oh, 24.
As Scorpio's eyes flutter open again and are tinged with green with your 24, you realize that they are now inhabited by their patron. But with that 24, you also notice like the power coursing through Scorpio is almost too much for his flesh to bear. He's kind of, his feet are like 3 feet off the ground and he's kind of levitating. And strange scintillating light that you notice, Valym, because you're sort of like tuned into the weave of magic here, is coming off of him. You almost see an aura, a sickly green aura that threatens to engulf you and the whole room. I love you, Xander. You're always so creepy. It's so good.
Oh God, what the hell did we do?
Is this what you intended? He's floating.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening. Whimsy, are you awake?
I'm always awake.
What do you want from Scorpio?
I want nothing from him. We are a team.
And what do you get from him as a team?
It is not I that sought out his help. It is him that sought out mine.
So what is it that you get?
Amusement. Company.
Did you know of the previous god of death's retirement?
Ah, yes.
What do you know of it?
Oh, I could tell you a lot about it. I could help you even. But the question remains, what will you do for us?
I do plenty for Scorpio, but not for you.
Really? Does treating him like the village idiot count?
I'm not treating him like an idiot. I'm treating him with concern.
He is more intelligent and powerful than any of you have given him credit for.
This is rich coming from the thing controlling him.
I don't
Especially
control him. Like I said, we're a team. We're all a team when you stop and think about it.
You know damn well that his mind is broken.
No.
See? And you want us to take help from you?
Tell me, Ajax, what about Scorpio is broken to you?
He doesn't remember who he is.
You do. How has that served you? Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Just Ajax or
Just
all of
Ajax.
us? Okay.
Oh boy. That's light. 15.
15?
Yeah.
You see the faces of your dead friends around you. You see Belinda. You see all of the rest of your crew and the different ways they've fallen over the years. And you take 9 psychic damage.
So you see Ajax like look around and pain kind of like falls on his face and like he's having like a really bad headache. It's like
Wouldn't it be better to forget?
The memories of my fallen brothers and sisters carry me to where I'm at now.
And
your
where
little
are you now? Depression?
Lame.
Funny. Yeah, my life isn't perfect,
It could be.
but I have great people around me that I want to help as
Don't
they've
you want
helped
to
me.
protect them? That's all Scorpio wanted.
And what are you doing for him?
I give him power. I could give you power too.
I don't want power from you.
What does Sahiba do for you? I do more for Scorpio than she's ever done for you.
Hey,
You
keep
also
her name
take
out your
more.
mouth. Keep your name out your mouth. I was fine with a lot of this.
Lots of loyalty. For no reason at all. Strange.
So, you hijack my friend's mind, and now you try to gaslight us into serving you?
Gaslight? I would never.
Hmm.
I'm offering you a deal.
And what is this deal?
I'll tell you what you need to know and fix your cleric's little problem. In return, you let me and Scorpio do what we do. And rest assured that ours is a partnership. I don't control him. He's made his own decisions.
Keep saying that. I look at Valym. I feel like either way, we're making a decision on behalf of him.
If Whimsy is truly with him all the time, as he says, then there's no reason to not let Xander decide. I'm sorry, Scorpio decide. But I will say that I don't think this is a good idea.
I think this should be on a case-by-case basis, personally, Whimsy. If you're doing one favor for us, we can't just offer you an eternal favor back. If you operate in deals, you know that's a bad deal.
You're more shrewd than I thought, Wood Boy.
Well, I learned it from watching Fools, Well Witch. So, what is the favor you want in return? And is it related to that weird thing you made him do back in, well, your previous counterpart's home?
Keep the vermin that calls itself Leander away from me. I know what you are attempting to do, and if you continue forth with your plan, I would be forced to dispatch with all of you in rather violent ways.
Do you think Xander would go along with? Oh my god! Do you think Scorpio will go along with that? I'm sorry.
He won't have a choice.
He's already agreed.
You mean to tell me that Scorpio has agreed to you specifically violently getting rid of us if we
No.
oppose you?
The opposite. He has agreed to keep this impurity out of my system.
You mean Leander?
Yes.
I'll look at Mirayah
You see,
and Ajax.
Scorpio, I didn't even have to really convince him. He just wanted to be a good friend to you all. And his fractured memory was getting in the way.
Valym will look at Ajax and Mirayah. I have one more thing to say to this figure. Do you have anything else you would like to say?
I have a question.
Please.
Did you restore Scorpio's memory, or did you just make one up?
I restored it. In its entirety. I fixed it.
But
So stop calling him broken. You know what's broken, Mirayah, is how your people are treated. You should get revenge. Outcasts from across the ocean, treated like garbage by your neighbors. When you come from a powerful bloodline, I would know.
What are you talking about?
Have you not heard of the tale of the king? The king
I know the tale of the king.
who hated your kind so much.
Yeah, but that was hundreds of years ago.
Well, revenge is a dish best served cold, and instead of scratching a living in tents at the edge of the water, wouldn't a walled city be better?
You see what he's doing, right?
I know what he's doing. Doesn't make him wrong.
You speak too much.
I'm not saying that he is wrong. I'm saying that he doesn't do this out of the kindness of his being.
Don't I?
He needs us. He needs vessels. That's why he still has Scorpio.
You know I can talk to her. The fairy woman.
Fairy woman?
Ah,
I think
yes.
we're done. Whimsy, despair, whatever you want to call yourself. I think we're done.
Are
we
you
will-
sure, Valym? I could tell you the location for your revenge. Isn't that the last thing she asked of you? The autumn serpent? To
Shut your
cleanse the
mouth.
corruption?
Shut your mouth. If you know about her, then you know I will gladly kill a god that pisses me off.
Oh, I know of her. I heard you crying throughout your childhood.
You're done.
Valym, in this.
And I wake it up. I end it.
Scorpio, you come to feeling greatly drained in some way.
Valym. Did it work?
It did.
A bit too well.
Yes, Mirayah.
It's like I was asleep, but I could hear everything.
Your patron is a bit of an asshole, but not an idiot.
Unfortunately not.
That's been the problem.
Scorpio, I have one favor that I need to ask of you, and it is a relatively impossible one. But do you remember what you asked me to do earlier? Don't say it out loud.
I think so.
Yes. I need you to win so that doesn't happen.
Win what?
Pull the figure over to your side so that you are the one on top.
I will try.
Don't try.
I will do.
Win.
Oh, so what did he say about the god?
He made an offer.
That was spoopy.
Lulu. I thought you were on your way to... What are you doing here?
You see her like you actually, she's really bad at it. Let me roll to see it. She's really bad at this.
Weren't you going back to Solace's Point and then the Fen?
Yes, she was leaving
All the
because she
stuff.
realized she keeps telling too much.
Yeah. Oh my god. And that one. You notice there's like spell scrolls like kind of stuffed into her skirt and into her little choli, into her little top. I was about to pack up and leave.
Lulu.
Packing up things that aren't yours? You know, stealing's only okay if you don't get caught.
No.
Yeah. The ones in your shoes too. I can see the little top poking out.
She pulls out 16 spell scrolls.
That was your mistake. You got greedy and then you drew attention to yourself. Don't do that.
I pick them up and put them in the bag of holding. We will get these back to where they belong.
They're all
They're
from
not
here.
Here?
Honestly, aren't these carpenters?
Carpenter's just like, yeah, I'll take those. Little thief.
Dang it.
As she leaves through the door, you notice there's like almost like a piece of toilet paper, but it's a spell scroll that she's dragging behind on her shoe.
Do we even...
Just Carpenter.
Yes,
just-
I got it. Got something
Sorry.
on your shoe, you little snot. She sticks her tongue out at him and leaves to go get the horses.
She's nice once you get to know her.
Well,
Yes, she is. She's just blunt. She's a kid.
She's a sweetie.
well,
Scorpio.
Kids and magic are seldom a good mix.
Yes, correct.
That's true. Scorpio,
yes.
I have to ask you something. Are you happy?
Normally, I would be able to answer you quickly with a yes, because everything was in the present and I was surrounded by people I knew cared about me. But now I can remember the mistakes of the past and I worry about committing them in the future.
Yes, but are you happier with your memory as it is?
It's not happier, just different.
And do you like that difference?
I have to get used to it. I have to.
Then we should give you some time to figure that out, shouldn't we?
I'm willing to help.
The question is what exactly are we seeking help for now? We had our task, which Whimsy is firmly against, by the way. But I think we can all know why. What do we do now? Do we still do it? Or do we do something else? Do we seek out whatever is happening with my god? Or whatever else Whimsy dug up for you two? I mean...
There's something else, too. When my memories came back, I remembered the deal that I made with Whimsy originally. Well, one of them. It had to do with you, Valym.
What?
When we were captured, they had taken a bit of my blood, these people.
Mm-hmm.
And they were looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what happened to them or if they're still out there hunting for you, but I asked Whimsy to track that sample of my blood so I could find where they are.
Ah, yes. You hear Whimsy in the back of your mind, like nails on a chalkboard. If you desire them still, I can make them part of our bargain.
That information is still available.
Scorpio,
Yes.
how do you feel about Leander?
Who?
I look around.
Wait, what? Leander.
Is that someone that I met before?
The
I don't
dude
know.
who...
He just told us, not him, sorry, in his head, that we need to keep them far away from each other. So I figured that doesn't make sense. They're friends. But now he doesn't remember him.
Are you saying that Whimsy got rid of one of my memories?
Thus far, that's what we know he got rid of. We had
Do
no
you
evidence
believe-
that your memory's even real.
A
Do you
daughter of
believe me?
old gravekeeper. What was the point of remembering him?
A gravekeeper.
We went to his birthday party. Me, you, Nim, and Valym.
Nim. I remember Nim now. Nim's father.
Well, we were gonna go
A horrible father.
in the well to fix this problem and help him figure his thing out.
He abandoned that child, you know.
But now it's figured out and
The
he's
Lord
happy.
of darkness.
He's happy. He doesn't remember Leander, which is that seemed a little not normal to me, and knowing that what we know now of their relationship. So I have a really bad headache because that guy fucked me up, not gonna lie. And I think
let me help you. Carpenter comes over. He casts like a spell on a damp rag, makes it like icy cold, puts it on your forehead. Give me an insight check.
Okay. Oh wow, I actually have 21.
You think he might have a little bit of a crush on you? Oh, here you are.
Who wouldn't?
That's true.
It was
Thank-
that was really something.
Yeah, it was. Thank you for this. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
He really does get bitches in every report, huh? Every single one. You can't blame them, but like every single one.
That helped a lot. So yeah, I'm with Mirayah's now. What do we do? Because our main.
You're with Mirayah. Okay. Well, I'll
No,
let you
no,
hold this
no.
yourself.
I'm not. No.
I
Carpenter.
No.
Carpenter. Carpenter.
You
Carpenter.
did strike me as straight
Carpenter.
because of those
Carpenter.
shoes.
Carpenter.
Yes.
We're not, listen to me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
That was your clue. The shoes.
We're not together.
These boots are not.
We're not together. Me and Mirayah, we're not together. We're not a thing.
Well, you don't have to say it quite like that.
I'm just correcting.
Be so
him.
lucky. Damn.
Exactly. Are you convinced now? I was trying to convince him. We're not a thing. Okay. I don't know why. Actually, never mind. Can you? Because that was nice. Could you please?
He puts his hand back
Thank you.
with the icy claw.
Thank you. I'm.
Half-orcs always get me in trouble.
Oh, so it's racing?
No,
No, I'm just saying.
That sounded a little fetishy.
No. That
I got my eyes on you.
I mean,
I just met you. You're not forming a very good impression.
I'm just saying they always get me in trouble because they just have the most heartbreaking eyes, don't you think?
There are an entire range of people.
I think we're getting sidetracked.
Heartbreaking eyes.
Hey.
You're about to have a heartbreaking head. I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Hey, leave him alone.
I
Leave
didn't
him.
mean
Leave
to.
him. Leave him alone.
I'm sure
He's
ASMR men are attractive. You know, I don't find you attractive, but it's not because you're not. It's because I
Oh my God. Carpenter. Hey.
I get it. You like cock.
Hey.
That's an excuse.
Carpenter.
You know, I've
Carpenter.
dated half elves and tieflings and even a half.
Oh, so you've dated a whole bunch of people. Damn,
Carpenter,
got it.
Stop.
That makes us right.
Stop talking. Please. It only gets worse. Thank you. So. Valym.
Uh-huh.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
I think these two half elves are very comely. Just so
Oh no.
just so we know.
Any word.
Valym,
Could have picked any word,
Carpenter.
I find you fascinating. Those ears, the taper of
Ed,
them.
we've already seen your bones. Chill.
You've seen everything. Remember when you resurrected him? He was naked.
That's true.
Oh, I know. You've seen more than my bones, really.
Good for you.
What? It's like the world ending doesn't matter to us anymore. We just laugh and go about it.
Wait, the world's ending?
No, not literally.
Okay, some of the stories that you all tell, I
It
can't be sure. I have to double
this
check.
way, I'm not gonna be surprised whatever happens. Valym, hey,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna mention anything that he said at the end of that. That's beyond me. I want to know, what do you think? Because our main goal was to go to the well and stop Whimsy, I think, or help Whimsy and Leander figure their thing out. But now he has his memories back. This has been something that we've been doing for months. And it's just like that. It's over. And I don't personally accept this. But if he's happy, I don't have the jurisdiction to go and try to act on and fix things for him.
I think that this is a book for us to come back to. I think this book is finished for now.
Okay.
And the next book is being written. As Scorpio discovers who he is and what he wants. If there is a time where Scorpio decides he wants to know more, he wants to be more, he wants to be different, then we can be there. But we'll probably have to wait until that book is closed. Still don't know why. Yeah, Scorpio, the other thing in your head knows too damn much. I don't know why. It's weird that it knew about my blood. It's weird that it knew about...
You know, whenever I grabbed my head a little bit, he showed me all of my dead friends. Yeah.
I guess I should count myself lucky. Just recounted an old tale from my people.
Whimsy has a knack of connecting with people's despair and showing them at their worst moments. Why, while he may not know these details personally, he can reflect them back from your own experience.
That makes sense, actually. It's not very kind of him to just shove the two worst moments of Valym and I's life in our faces.
Yep, second time in the span of an hour.
It's how they get power over you, though. If we can see through the despair, see what it made us. Sometimes there's harmony.
Not everything he said was incorrect, though.
Okay. Well,
no, I think we should come back to that.
Okay.
Whimsy is going to be. Whimsy is here. Whimsy is here.
Okay.
The well was going to be dangerous. We talked about that. Whatever was down there is probably dangerous.
I think the one thing we can agree on is that we're going to be here for Scorpio.
But
right?
What about Leander? We can't just leave him. We went there and broke his mind, basically, and reawoke something in him that he didn't acknowledge for her forever long. I don't think he remembered until Valym helped him remember.
That's true. Do you think there's something down there that could help Leander at least?
I hope so.
In the Warrens?
Yeah. Well, was it the Warrens that where the like dungeony-esque aqueducts thing was? I don't remember. This is Gabe. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then yes, if we can go to the Warrens, if nothing else, it might make Whimsy happier if we help Leander, because that is an easier way to keep the two apart. Whimsy will have no reason to have to be nearby if Leander is together.
Well then, why don't we ask Scorpio to ask Whimsy? He can apparently hear everything that we're saying right now.
You stupid.
Oh, to me? Oh, Whimsy.
Nah, that's for him.
I'll see. Whimsy, do you have anything to say about that?
You hear him kind of like sigh, and it feels like a chill goes down your back. And he says, "You mean to assuage Leander's upset for now?"
Well, whoever that is, because you did take away my memory of this person, if we can help them, perhaps it would keep you apart, which seems to be the reason that you got rid of this person from my memory.
It's not quite that simple.
Whimsy says it's not quite that simple because it can't be.
But in case, I guess you don't remember this, Scorpio, we went there and we reawoke something in this Leander person that's been dwelling inside him for years and years and years and years. And we had to leave him to recover mentally because of how fractured it made him feel. And this is directly tied to you and Whimsy. I don't know what Whimsy can do to you, but based off what he did to me, I don't want to cause any problems between y'all while he's still inside of you. But all I know is we were going to go in that well, and whatever was down there was going to help us fix something.
There is...
You hear him say.
Whimsy doesn't have anything meaningful to contribute.
Well, if he wants to work with us, and if he wants us to be a partnership or a team, then he's going to have to do things he doesn't want to do as well. Mirayah, what were you saying?
There is an alternative. That's, I don't know, bring this up puts a bad taste in my mouth, but Sylvina can modify memories. I know.
No,
I know.
yes, sorry. I met some people that know Sylvina.
You met some people.
Yeah, I met some people in the bag.
In the bag.
You're gonna have to tell us.
Oh, you went to the slip?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, Carpenter. It's a
You
weird
see
place.
Carpenter pouring out more drinks for you all. I have
I showed
to,
my
you know, you are in my shop, so I don't think it's rude for me to overhear things you're saying. But I
No, but it was rude for you to say those things earlier.
what things?
That's rude.
Oh, sorry. I will do some careful internal reflection on
You better.
my racial insensitivity.
Mhm.
But I do find it rather unethical to use modify memory against unwilling recipients. In fact, I actually have a great scroll for you if you are also interested. A resource, really. At this, you see him like pull out a pince nez, put it on his nose, about the ethics of modification and
I didn't say that it
charm
wouldn't be
spells and
without consent. We'd ask Leander.
Oh, that I could definitely probably be a little bit less
If we're to
disgusted
allow
with.
Scorpio a choice, we should allow a Leander one too. After all, I saw what happened to Leander. What made him the way that he is, and it's not kind.
Maybe I'm being a hard ass here, and I know that we're trying to close the book on this Scorpio thing. What?
I don't
What are you
know.
at?
Nothing.
Okay. I know we're trying to close the book on this chapter with Scorpio, but I feel like we got so worked up to do this big task. We bought new armor. We came up here to figure out more information on what we were going to do, and we told Leander we were going to help him. And I know we can ask him if we want to help him modify his memories, but that feels like a bandage on a much bigger thing that we've opened ourselves up to.
Is
I
that
don't
why you
disagree.
came to get my help? Was for a modify memory spell? It is a pretty
No,
elementary
well,
spell. I suppose
actually-
it could count.
actually-
went in the bag.
Valym went in we didn't. None of us knew what. I still don't know what the slip is.
Don't
but
even like that.
I show my membership card.
The slip is a slip space, a sort of space outside of time and space.
Yes. Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's a
That's
bit of a
where-
long
Wait, like
story.
what dimension?
Yes.
When it comes to these things, generally I'm just stupid, so I'm gonna let you guys,
No, you're knowledgeable in other things.
It,
If
Yeah, like with windmills.
don't know what that's a reference to, but
I don't want to think about it.
for example, in the wielding of this blade, I am sure you are much more skilled with it than I would be.
Many have fallen. Many have fallen. But that's besides the point. We came to ask for help for him, but then he appeared out of the bag at the nick of time. So now we're just happy to see you. And maybe you can help
I
us.
can help
Yeah.
in general.
Should we just have Whimsy talk to Leander?
No.
You're all. I owe these people a great deal, and by proxy, you, Mirayah. You see,
You didn't owe me anything,
well,
honestly. We just met.
You're a
But-
friend of theirs, and in some ways, our fates are tied. For your patron deity is a deity I too was trying to attempt. In the process, I died and was trapped in a plane very far from here, and my poor familiar hasn't really recovered. You see him feed him a bit of popcorn. And these wonderful people, they brought me back to life, sacrificing a diamond to do so. I think most other groups of adventurers would have taken the bag and the diamond and the spell book and left, but these people ensured I came back, which truly is something you're clearly people of high moral fiber, and therefore I want to help you find yourselves out of this quandary you're in.
You know, if your familiar isn't doing so hot, it's a direct reflection of your soul. So maybe you should go to therapy.
I mean,
Mariah, I feel like we're projecting a little bit. I understand.
What could I possibly be projecting about? I'm doing great.
He offered us help, and you told him to go to therapy. I think.
I was just giving advice about the bird.
But sometimes,
the bird is just like this. Like this. The bird
Erik is
like
the best.
Yeah, Erik is the best.
Erik is the best. Hi.
Also, like it. I don't know.
You see Erik like doing a little.
He seems
I'm just saying that familiars come from a place inside you, and if you're not managing your shit, it's probably not.
No, what? Don't.
You see Valym's familiar, and the wicker whacker comes stand next to Valym, push up her glass, and just be like, oh, Mirayah.
I don't know why you're all staring at me like I'm not noticing something or picking up on something. What's wrong with that I said?
It's just you're a little. I don't. What?
A little what?
A little. Gun like trigger happy right now.
What? I'm not trigger happy. What do you mean?
I would say she's
I'm more confrontational more than I normally am.
That's kind of the problem. I don't think I've seen you not have a hostile conversation with anyone we've met.
I've had non-hostile conversations with Ajax and Scorpio.
Yeah, but we're like friends now.
Yeah,
but
no, I mean like anyone else that's not these two.
Well, I didn't have a hostile conversation with Ajax's girlfriend. It was very nice to her.
Does you see Carpenter's hand go away from Ajax's brow again?
Look.
Okay, so that's the fact. Yeah.
Carpenter.
Right. I understand that you are going through a lot right now as well. It's tough to learn news about a source of power and strength.
I'm fine. Are you accusing me of projection? Because I'm not projecting anything. Yeah. Nothing whatsoever.
You were kind of mean to Lenari and then her teacher.
Okay, Lenari and I have history, and so do me and Sylvina. That's not a good thing to base this off of.
But what about the weird person who was stealing food to survive?
He wasn't stealing food to survive. He was stealing it to sell it.
And
to survive, there was a war coming. He needed money.
He was robbing us and calling us bad things.
Yes, but that's because
how am I supposed to know?
You intentionally made rumors to make people fear you. It's like saying that we're monsters.
That's the entire. That's how the Fen survives.
Yes, but he said those things that were what kept you surviving.
Well, it's supposed to keep them away. He's not supposed to come in and say them.
So the fact that he was willing to risk his life is why it's like. Plus then Carpenter, who we came to see, that's 4 people.
I think you're not remembering how much of a mess that man was.
You were also very mean to me. A lot.
You gave me good reason to be mean to you.
I don't think there's ever a good reason to be mean to anyone.
Really? There's not a good reason to constantly lie either. Is there? Valym, do you want to be hypocritical there? Yeah?
Is lying mean?
So
I think it could be hurtful. Do
you want truth, then, Mirayah? Ask me a question and I'll tell you something honest.
This is a lot.
Ask me one question, I'll give you an answer, an honest answer.
Who's the Autumn Serpent?
As my mother that I had to kill. Satisfied?
I don't think that was the right question.
So sometimes I don't tell everything because I'm not happy to. But lying or not bringing it up, that's kind of a personal choice. Are we good now?
I'm sorry, Valym. Sorry.
Let's go to the Warrens,
I
shall
feel
we?
like we've had a great breakthrough today. He hands you a mug of like a cold, frothy beverage, Valym, and you, Mirayah. I think we should all have a drink together. Scorpio, I see you've downed yours. Would you like another?
Oops. Yes, please.
Yes, Ajax. You both handled yours pretty well, the first one you had. Ajax is a little buzzed, I think, from the first one, but...
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Last episode, I was, it hit me.
No,
we down it.
A nice, cold, frothy beer. There was a strange demon creature being channeled through one of you. That conversation couldn't have gone well. And as you drink it, you heal like 5 hit points, and it feels like cooling and calming in your chest. And you also recover 1 spell slot of level 2 or lower.
Nice.
Dang, because I've been spending. That's great.
Are we going to the Warrens? That's the question.
So, I think we're all in agreement to doing that. However, I had one condition before doing that before we went, and that was taking a nap because I am tired.
Yeah, okay.
So you need lodgings. I can.
We can take it if here anywhere is fine. Honestly, the closer the better.
Please, we would like to impose on you.
Oh.
I don't want to. That's one way to say it.
I would like to impose on you.
Yes, I do kind of owe you all one. Yeah, yes, of course you can.
I mean,
yeah.
letting us talk to the god in Scorpio's head was a pretty big favor, I think. But if you'd like to help us some more,
I did that.
No, but in his space.
Oh,
I know. Come on.
It was a pretty big
Seems
risk.
like your friend is going through something, and
Oh, we're all going through something, actually.
I want to be here to help any way I can.
I still don't know what you mean. I'm doing just fine.
You know what? Yes, Carpenter, if you can help us, appreciate it.
Of course. Come right this way. He goes to the back of the shop and opens, this like hatch that goes leads to a stairway that goes up. And he leads you into like the loft space of this shop. It has one circular window that looks out onto the tundra far below. You can hear the wind kind of rattling against the glass in the pane. And you find yourselves surrounded by a crystal garden, very painstakingly kept. There's like little troughs everywhere, little cases, terrariums in every corner. And the psychic energy in here is so thick you can almost smell it. Yeah, there's just a lot of arcana in here. It's not
Patchouli.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like a bad thing. It's just like it's almost like a strong incense. For those of you that are tuned into magic, it's just a very strong smell.
Right. Well,
Outside of the crystal garden, there isn't much furnishing in here. There's like a sort of against the circular window, there's like a day bed that's kind of like in that alcove. And then there's a coffee table with some chairs and a small, like very simple kitchen in the corner. It's like a studio apartment. It's clean and well kept, but minimally furnished.
I'll sleep in the bathtub.
no, you tried to do that last time.
I did do it last time, but you moved me.
Yes.
And I'm a big guy. There's not many spaces you can share with me.
Oh, the wash basin is behind the curtain right there.
Thank you.
I'll be fine with my bedroll, I think.
Okay. Sorry, it's a little small.
That's fine.
Plenty.
Thank you, Carpenter.
Yeah, of course. He puts like Erik on a little roost. It's made out of like red lacquered wood, and it's cute. It has like a sort of like interweaving almost DNA like pattern that goes up it, and it's got written at the very top like a very ornate E, and then a little spot for him to like sit at and sleep, and it's like right by the day bed. Well, are you hungry? Would you like some dinner? Or...
I could eat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, let me see what
I feel like I've had the same meal over and over again.
I'd speak. Oh, yeah. You have had a lot of the same thing, because I have had a lot of the same thing, and Valym has had a lot of the same thing.
I pulled out a coconut shrimp that I saved and put it in my mouth.
What the fuck?
What you chomping on there?
That looks amazing.
Coconut shrimp.
Oh,
Where did you get coconut shrimp from?
I got it from a tiefling in a bag.
I need more details. That doesn't sound as like safe.
I got it from a tiefling's assistant in a bag in an alternate dimension that is outside of space and time.
Slip shrimp.
I mean, it was Lulu's idea.
Slip shrimp.
Slip
Oh,
shrimp.
Yeah,
Slip
that'll
shrimp.
work. And as you say this, you hear him you see him almost like he's playing a harp, begin to pluck. And as he's plucking and kind of playing this harp, you see reality shift between his hands. And then he casts summon food and is able to summon food from random places on this plane of existence. He isn't able to summon the coconut shrimp, but he does summon a seafood fry.
Ooh.
Oh, that smells amazing. Reminds me of the
And,
fen.
conjures it, and then there's a giant pot of it. Sorry, I don't know how to cook. I just he pushes it forward a little bit, sloshes over the edge.
I need to learn that spell.
Yeah.
Yes, it's conjuration. It's pretty simple when you get
recipe book.
a.
Oh.
Sadly, all my magic is innate. I never got to learn.
Oh, never. Well, if you want to take classes, I can always help you with that.
I don't know about magic, but I know about good food, and I am about to dig in. Excuse me.
Start dishing it out.
The Goku eating.
Oh yeah, just everywhere.
Yeah, there's large pieces of lobster, corn, shrimp. Yeah, it's just a big, good seafood.
Why do you have to describe food so good? I'm so hungry right now.
I pictured the scene going down the line of a table of all of us at different stages of eating and drinking.
Carpenter
Suddenly,
joins you.
Shikar just became Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Carpenter joins you, but you do notice his face turns red and he has a hard time with the spice. Oh, I almost never get food from the coast. Sorry, you'll have to excuse my tolerance is not quite there yet.
You're right there, Carpenter. You're turning really red.
It's so good, but normally I only get a level 2 spicy.
Oh,
This is a level 2?
Huh?
Isn't this mild?
You got any milk?
Not
I usually
for,
help.
not for me. I should get some milk. Yes.
Hey, Carpenter.
He conjures milk.
Keep it fun. I cast protection from
where?
I cast protection from energy of fire on Carpenter.
Oh my god.
You protect
Yeah,
him from
it's
the
the hope.
spice.
That's amazing. Oh my god.
And his poor Norwegian ass recovers. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you so much. I love the flavor. I'm just not, I haven't built up the tolerance yet. Thought I was a goner there for a second.
Yeah. Whatever. Oh my god.
This man really wants some spice in his life, apparently.
Good Lord, I mean, he's why he went for Ajax.
I can tell.
Soon, Ajax, you find yourself, or actually Scorpio, since you're dishing, as you refill Ajax's bowl, you find that you have finally ladled the last bit, kind of scraping the bottom. There's some sediment here, Ajax, but it's still delicious.
I wild shape into a mouse and then try to take his food. No, I wild shape into a cat and take his food.
Roll me a sleight of hand as a cat.
Bet. Oh.
Can I roll against this?
Yes, it'll be against your perception to see if you can see it happening.
Okay. This guy. I don't like your reactions right now. That's scary to me. Wait, what is
You just knock it over on the table.
There we go. What'd you-
What does Cat Valym look like?
Ooh.
He's a black cat.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I'm a black mouse.
That's right.
What did you roll, Gabe?
20 total.
Oh well, have my food. It's yours.
Yeah,
Roll the same.
as you're about to lift up the spoon, Ajax,
How-
Valym pulls a Gomez and immediately jumps on your arm and starts licking out of your bowl.
I don't. Why? I'm gonna keep eating. I get it. What?
Oh, it's like a milkshake moment.
Yeah, the spoon gets knocked out of your hand.
Why?
Meow.
Valym, if you want more, you can have the rest of mine. I'm not that hungry.
Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow. Meow.
You want me to? No, because this happened last time, and I know what you're gonna do. I know what you're gonna do.
Meow.
Oh my god, you're too cute. What? What do you want?
It's a trap.
You little bitch! I'm chasing him around the room now, knocking stuff over. My big ass.
Carpenter's like, no, not those crystals there. You see Carpenter like shielding them with his body. You just see him like stressing out, chasing after them until you all manage to tire yourselves out. Lay out your bedrolls. In Ajax's case, get into the wash basin.
As everyone is set up, you can sort of hear like this low droning sound, but then you realize it's snoring coming from underneath the table where Scorpio's fallen asleep, ladle in hand,
Why
just
can't y'all sleep in normal places?
passed out. It's been a long day.
Before I go to bed, Valym, could we talk outside?
Sure. Either way.
You kids be safe.
What are you implying?
Be safe. Oh god, I hate that guy. I'm gonna fuck him up. I hope she does actually. Don't be safe. Matter of fact, do your worst.
Oh, that sounds worse. That's way worse.
I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen.
I do that a lot.
So Mirayah will lead Valym downstairs to the shop where Carpenter's like work space is. Maybe we should talk about what happened earlier.
Sure.
I am sorry, and that was petty of me to ask about something that I knew was a cause of pain.
The past is the past, and I've learned to accept it for what it is.
Doesn't mean that's kind to draw it up.
I apologize if I project it all. Mirayah, I'm very jealous of you.
Jealous of me?
Yeah.
Whatever for?
You have both your parents. The one that I lost wasn't even my birth parents. That was the one that took me in. You have a life that I am jealous of. You have a place that you call home. You have parents. And you seemed happy. And I might have been projecting a bit because I felt like you were coming from a place of privilege. And yet, nature taught me that I had to deal with anything people said to survive, or else people would try to do things that they did while I was in the woods. And those people I had to kill. I don't know what the difference is here. And these two listen to you so immediately. Trying to keep them out of trouble is a pain in the ass, and it's very easy to feel replaceable when usually people you care about disappear or die. And recently, Scorpio asked me to kill him if something went wrong. So I told him no, and he didn't take no for an answer. And I'm not upset with him. But the problem is, Mirayah, I would do it. I would do it without question. So I don't think that you're a bad person. But if I can be frank, I think that you have so much. And you are so bold and brash that we will sacrifice ourselves to make sure that you keep it. And that worries me a little bit, because I probably would too.
I love this show.
I have a lot of things that make my life worth living. I have my parents. I have the companionship of the Fen. But in some ways, it's chafing to know that to the rest of the world, people like me are considered monsters. And yes, that's a ruse that we created ourselves to keep ourselves safe, but we created that because we were ousted from our home. And because we knew that the same thing would happen here, and it has. People still mess with the Fen even though we do what we can to protect ourselves. And I'm a merchant, and I travel alone. No stranger to killing someone who acts up or tries to harm me. If the reason that I'm so bold and brash is because, what's the point in not being? Am I going to cower and shelter myself away just because others want to harm me or because things may not go well? That's no way to live a life. But I do understand what you're saying, Valym. And I know what it can seem like to others.
Was this something that you took on when you were wandering alone?
No, first I was assigned as an apprentice to another merchant. Then when I was about 13, I started doing it on my own.
Well, you're not on your own anymore.
It doesn't feel permanent. It feels like an accident that happened that could end at any time, like an experiment that could go wrong in the beaker. I don't know how long you are all going to tolerate me. Even Julian doesn't even realize that he couldn't stand being with me. He wants an idealized version of what I am. And that's why I said no.
How are you so smart but so dense? That stupid idiot was in love with you. I met that weird pastel pasty lad for a span of 2 hours, and he was smitten with you like you were the first cat he'd ever seen in his life, and he never cared for another creature. Mirayah, what the problem is, you're making this choice for other people. Have I ever once said that I didn't like you? Have I ever once said that I hated you? All I've done is ask you questions on why you didn't seem to like me, but I never said you were terrible. And the reason I asked questions was because I wanted you to tell me if that was true or not. I can't make that decision for you, and if I do, I'm a liar.
It's not what you say necessarily, it's how you act. Or do you not remember how you acted when you first met and were in the Fen?
I did.
As a wolf.
I was scared, and you said we should be scared. But the reason I will always try to ask you what your intentions are is because, as you said, lying isn't good. For years and years and years of my life, I didn't lie until it seemed like it was easier because of these people that I met. If you tell me something about how you feel, I'll trust it, even if it's a lie, because it might become true. But
it'd be hypocritical of me to criticize you. It was hypocritical of me to criticize you for lying when that's how we protect ourselves in the Fen. But the things that I said when we first met were a warning because I was bringing you into the Fen itself. And that could have been a risk. I didn't know what any of you were going to act like.
Mm-hmm.
But I do care. A lot.
Mirayah, are you worried that we would cause you harm?
I'm worried that you'll all leave.
Mirayah, they're upstairs ready to sleep beside you. They're not going anywhere.
Maybe not right now. Oh God, I can hear Ajax from down here and Scorpio.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, God, I can't get comfortable in this thing.
Mirayah,
Do you
I
need
went-
another? Do you need another pillow? Is it the angle of the wash basin?
A pillow would be nice, I think.
Here, I'll
Yeah.
give you mine.
Oh, no.
No, it's okay.
I think Carpenter wants to use Ajax as a pillow.
No.
Yeah, that happens a
No,
lot.
he
It really
has a
does happen lot.
girlfriend.
I don't know if I think I do.
Also, the walls are thin here, but we're trying to respect your privacy.
Oh Lord.
Puts a
Mirayah,
pillow under your back, Ajax. Like, the small of your back.
Oh.
Just move your butt up a little bit.
Okay, yep.
Right.
Just arch. Just arch. Okay,
Yep.
there it is. There it
Do
goes.
I seem like I would
Oh,
abandon
yes, thank-
Scorpio?
I'm not Scorpio.
That's.
I'm
I'll
not.
get there. I'll get there.
Thank
Do
you.
I seem like I
Anthony.
would abandon Scorpio?
Not even if you had to kill him.
And I had to jump in a God's forsaken well to try to help him, and I can't swim. Now there's a demon in his head. Do I seem like I would abandon Ajax?
No.
He stabbed me unconscious once.
Oh wow.
What? What have all of you been doing?
Yeah, so
What is
Mirayah,
wrong with all of you?
to be honest, you in his defense, well, not really his defense, he had a cursed X or something in a sword that convinced him to stab me, but that's also way worse because he kept it. So if you're really worried about people leaving, if I've stuck around them this long, I don't know how to trust you yet, but I want to, or else I wouldn't have been honest. You seem nice, albeit a little dangerous, but that's probably a good thing. And if you got this whole sex bomb attitude that I don't really understand, I'm a virgin.
You're a virgin?
Yeah, it was a lie. I'm sorry.
What? No, you're not.
You don't
Side
tell
note.
me any details of your sexual history. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter that.
If they say chess, they're referring to intercourse, just so you know. I met a very nice gnome. She is wild.
Oh, he's just throwing it all out there.
She a gnome or a halfling? Gabe is asking that. I can't remember.
She's a gnome.
She's a gnome. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forest gnome.
Yeah. She is a gnome. She is part of a. So here's an oversharing. I met a gnome. She's part of a crime family. We did the dirty. Now I'm a part of a
Which crime family?
The Florindales. The dragon Florindales.
Y'all really don't do anything half-assed, do you?
Oh, neither does she.
I'm a merchant. I know about them.
Let me tell you. Oh, they're great. Yeah. I go see them all the time. Don Florindale is a friend. I've gotten gifts from them, actually.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Don Florindale's a friend. I tried to hook him up with my god the other day.
I'm never going to be bored, am I?
Probably not.
Okay.
I can hook you up with one of the siblings. There was a beautiful buff one that might be right up your alley. There was also kind of like a earthy one who was a little weird.
I'm not exactly looking right now, but I appreciate the effort.
Look, if you're ever looking, there's 6 of them. It's wild.
Look, Valym,
Yeah.
maybe this will help. I'm terrified.
I thought you were going to kiss me or something.
You just said that you have a gnome.
That's
one.
why I was concerned about it.
I wasn't going to kiss you.
Okay, that's fair. I'm gorgeous.
What the fuck?
What does that have to do? You're very pretty, Valym. Does that help?
A little bit. It's like the first compliment you've given me, actually.
I complimented you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair.
Mhm.
Fair.
Mhm.
Fair. Fair. I'll eat that one.
Mhm.
I'm terrified.
Of what?
My deity's dead. I know I don't exactly strike anyone as being the most faithful person in the world, but I was away from my home. I had nothing for stability until I found this in the stacks. And I'm not some religious loony who buys into all of it, but it was stability. It helped me get through a lot of things. And if even the god of death isn't final, I don't know. It's hard to find stability. And I know that's...
There is only one consistent thing in this world, no matter what we do. There is only one consistent thing. And Valym walks over and puts his arm around Mirayah's shoulder. Ajax has bitches in every port.
Ajax does have bitches in every port. Every single one.
That is the only consistent thing in this world. Even death isn't consistent, but...
I don't know why I was looking forward to what he was going to say. I thought it was going to be really insightful, but of course.
That
is one of the truths of this world. Bitches in every port.
That and life is going to go no matter what we do, but...
Wait, are we technically all Ajax's bitches?
Nope.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure.
Nah, too high class for him.
Okay, that works.
You asleep, shut up.
Ajax didn't hear that. I heard that. I know that.
That's Balvin. Balvin being like.
You talk about Rena's a very high. Sorry, continue.
Mirayah, if you ever, you don't do drugs, do you?
Why are you asking? I run my own apothecary shop. Of course I do.
Smell this. And I'm gonna pull out the psychoactive liquid.
Oh my God.
What more do you have?
I keep doing drops.
Both of you drop acid, essentially.
There's so many colors.
I know. Watch this.
And saunter
He's
off.
trying to do magic, but it's not working.
Saunter off to bed with Valym like.
Your hands, though, they're all.
Yeah, you see the hands kind of like.
What is going on right now?
Trails in the air. Yeah.
Whoa, I have hands.
Your fingers look like they're 6 feet long.
They've always been this big.
I have hands.
Shut up!
Yeah, see. Hey, cállate. No, para mí.
Go to sleep.
Why does Ajax's voice come in colors?
Because he's...
It's green and blue.
You said I was racist. And the party goes to sleep. We're going to take a quick 4-minute break here because I really need to pee before we wrap up the show. We're going to be right back, chat. Thank you so much for joining us. For the first more than half-ish of Shikar, we will be back right after these messages. There are no messages. It's just a PRP.